changes in jobs, new skills, losing of working positions. This is the nightmare of tomorrow, and hundreds of thousands of people are now already losing their positions. Is it right?
I think there will be a lot of change in the positions we're working in. Like, there will be other skills we need, but I'm not sure that we will really see lots of people not in work anymore. We have to be sure that we have to change what we work and how we work, but we will work. This is for sure.
Can you tell me exactly some points what will change?
The jobs and the qualifications we need, all of us have to know how our computer is working, how our computer is thinking. It's not thinking really, but it's processing differently than we humans do. And everyone has to have that digital literacy, at least to a certain to some way. We don't really, not all of us have to be programmers. Of course, we need a lot more people coding and programming in the future than we need now, or we have now. But not everyone has to do that in future. But everyone has to know how a computer system is processing, what it can do and what it cannot do. This is one thing. Everyone needs that digital literacy. The other thing we all need to have is we are working together differently in the future, and it's coming in our jobs already now, because we are working globally. In my job, for example, some days are just Germany based, but most of my contacts, they're somewhere in the world. And with the internet now, with that, you can sit wherever you are. You just don't have to be in your office. You can be at the beach, you can be in the US, you can be in China. It doesn't matter. And for your working partner, it doesn't really matter whether you're next door with a closed door in between or whether you're in China. It doesn't matter. If the language is the same and the data rate is enough, you can have like video meeting or telcos in a good mode. If the data rate is too bad, that's an infrastructure problem, but it's getting a lot better right now. And so this will change the way we work together, and as well what younger people expect from the way we are working. They want to work in teams. They want to work in not in the traditional way a boss says or tells me what I have to do. It's more like they want to have goals. They want to see what they are working for. And this changes a lot our way to do our jobs, because we have to think about it. And as the leaders of companies, we have to think like, which is the purpose of what we are doing, and not what is probably, you're just telling them, okay, you have to produce that part, but what is it for? And then to get people in our jobs, and then to train them to be in these jobs again in 20 years, or still to be in these jobs in 20 years.
How is it with the time? Do we have time, or it will be solved next 15 years, or is it just a question of today or even yesterday?
Yeah, it's more kind of yesterday thing. It's not that we can just wait a little bit more. And what I feel a lot of pressure on transformation right now. In the recent years, the economy was running. It was just good. And the old, not really old, but products we sold like hell, especially the producing companies. And of course, if you're producing at 120%, you're not thinking about changing anything, because it's the best time of your life. You're making money, it's perfect. And your products are good, are fitting. But now we see, especially in the automotive, we see the OEMs are cutting, extremely cost cutting. New competitors are entering the European market. Some older will just struggle or are already struggling. We have, like, in the world economic things, we have like many disruptions by some crazy politicians that comes on top of the rest of the technical disruption that we are in. And now all the tier 2, tier 3 or tier 1 as well, they feel, oh, I cannot sell my products anymore. I really have to change something. I really have to think about new business models, new technology, new ways of developing, of producing, of working, probably new customer segments. If we do not produce combustion engines in 10 years, and there will be a shift, and a major shift in the upcoming years, we have to think about what we can do with our capabilities, what would be a different market. And we have to be fast on that, because now everyone is awake. Now everyone is on that track, because people don't earn money with the old products anymore. So, yeah, and on the other side, you know, if we don't get more productivity, and we just get, where do we get productivity from? We get productivity from automation. That means robots or AI or, computer programs in the administrative area. And so for that, we need IT specialists. And there are not that many out there. There are some coming from university, but they are young. They do not have like the experience, the knowledge, all what we need. So we have to think about how we can just get them, how we can attract them, which ones we really need. I know lots of mechanical companies which say, okay, we need IT specialists. We know we have to do something. But which ones exactly? There are so many out there, so many different types, specializations. And we have to go on that path. And we will, of course, if you go on a new path, if you try new things, if you try out new things, you will make mistakes. And this is inherent as well in programming or in everything with software. Like in recent years, we were really famous for our mechanical products. They were perfect. Good quality, perfect quality. But, you know, software products are never finished. There are always bugs in there, and you won't get rid of them. And if you think you got rid of them, you have a new release, and you have new bugs in there. So, and we have to learn how to bring that to our customers as well. Like Tesla, for me, is the best example. They come as a new competitor. They don't have that huge history of best quality, good mechanical engineering quality. And they come in and they sell you a high-end, high-price product, and you know it's not ready. It's not a finished product. And you get updates every once in a while. And the great thing about it, like it's for me, it's on the marketing side, it's just fascinating how they did it. People like the drivers, the Tesla drivers, they are proud of getting these updates. Like if you buy a Mercedes and you get a new door because the old door wasn't that good and you get update of a new door, you would just say, I'll never buy a Mercedes anymore. Never in my life. But of course with software you can do it. And we have, all of us, all of our companies have to think about how we can bring updates to our customer. Customer won't pay for these updates usually. Probably they pay for it, but we have to really be very sensitive of that. But on the other side, we have to, like a new competitor, it's easier for them because they don't have that tradition of, okay, I buy it once and it will last me for the next 10 years. Yeah.
Can you have one first advice for employers? What to do?
For employers?
Yes. Who are just employing people?
Yeah. If you want to employ new people, or if you look at your workforce, I think this is...
Choose you.
Okay.
What is the hottest problem?
The hottest problem is not knowing where you want to go for, where you are heading for, your strategy for the upcoming years. This, I think, is the major task you have to do first. And the second thing is you have to evaluate what your workforce is able to do.
And of course, what's your advice for employees? They are afraid of the future, so what they should do, the first step?
The employees should, like as well, two things. The employees should be in fear if they do not see the employers to have a strategic vision and to have a plan. And they really have to go to their bosses and really say, do something. This is, I think, one thing. The other thing is be open to learn new things. Don't be afraid of a computer, of a system, of some electronic thing. It will not, the electronic or the computer, the software, will not substitute you. It might substitute your current job, but be open to do something different and to learn more. And show this to your employer.
Thank you very much. The last very short question. Even in this modern time we are living now, is there a reason for the personal meetings like this conference?
It's essential. I believe I work a lot electronically, but if I can do it if I know people. And I know people when I met them in person. And you know, there's a lot of more sensorics we have. If you just have a telco or a video conference, you see someone, that's good. But you have to smell, you have to see whether whether someone, you can work with someone or not. And this is a lot more than the technical issues, the CV, what the people did before. That's just one small part of it. Meeting in person, especially if you want to do business, is essential.